Hello, everybody. I am Jackie K. Cooper here with
AG the intern. Hello, everyone.
Yay.
Yay.
And we are going to do a movie review.
We are.
A movie review of a movie that I watched because of you.
Because of me.
And my son Sean.
Right.
Who's over there.
He is.
Behind the camera.
Over there.
And it's on Apple TV.
It is.
I thought it was on Netflix. You thought it was on Amazon. We
were both wrong.
We're both wrong. Apple TV.
Apple TV, yes.
And it's a 2-hour plus documentary on the life.
Should I say it?
Go ahead.
Of Billie Eilish. One of my favorite performers, singers, songwriters. Love her.
It's pretty much an hour, and then it says intermission.
Right.
And it's fun to have an intermission when you can stop the camera. I mean, you can stop it at any time. And then the second hour plus.
Right.
The first hour for me was like pulling teeth.
For me, because I love her so much, I was glued to the TV. It didn't make a difference to me. But when I heard that he had a hard time with the first half, I was like, mouth on the floor, like, why don't you?
It was like Shame City. You didn't like it. It was just so great. It was wonderful. How could you not? But the only way I knew Billie Eilish was I knew she won a lot of Grammys.
Right. She did.
We'll talk about. And I also knew that she sings the theme song for the new James Bond movie, No Time to Die.
No Time to Die, right.
Which has been postponed because of COVID.
Right.
And it's supposed to be out sometime late summer, early fall of this year. But I thought she had to be pretty special to get the chance to record the Bond song, which it was. But how did you first become aware of her?
So I have been a Billie Eilish fan for years now. I first heard her song.
Half your life, right?
Half my life. Yeah, half my life. No. So I think I first discovered who Billie was maybe back in, I think it was...
You're on first name basis.
We're on first name basis. Me and Billie. Back in 2017,
Me and my pal
I
Billie.
think. Yeah. The first song I heard of hers was Ocean Eyes, which is one of her more popular songs. She wrote that, I believe, when she was 13 years old. And it's just, in my opinion, I could never do that at 13 years old. So I was just in awe. But I heard her EP with...
Now, okay.
Yes.
We have this communication gap sometimes. What is an EP?
Okay, so I don't know what it stands for.
I just put you on the spot.
I don't know, you just put me on the spot. But
well, we both don't know.
But I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, everyone, but I believe it's just a shorter version of an album. So I think there were like 6 songs on this EP, 6 or 7, maybe 8 songs on it. I can't think now. But it's just not an album. It's just
not a full LP.
Right. Yeah, sure. It's just not a full album, I believe. So I got really into her back in 2018. And I started hearing songs like You Should See Me in a Crown, which you probably don't know. You might know. Do you know it? Did you hear it in the documentary?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Look at him.
And her album, the first album was Where Do We Go When We Fall Asleep or something like that.
When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go?
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Okay. I was close.
Right, you were close. And songs like I Don't Want to Be You Anymore and My Boy, which those songs weren't featured in that documentary. I don't recall. Bad Guy is on her album.
That was the one that Justin Bieber wanted to do.
Correct. He wanted to get in there and do a little remix with her, who I am also a huge fan of. I love Justin Bieber. So them together is just...
we'll probably have both of them on the show pretty soon.
I wish.
And then we'll see you go crazy.
Yes, you will see that.
But the thing about it is, like you said, she was 13. She was writing songs with her brother, Phineas O'Connell.
Correct.
Because their last name, she's Billie Eilish O'Connell.
Right.
And they both wrote the songs. But in the documentary, it comes out that she doesn't really like to write songs. Because she says, there's pressure to write a hit song.
Right.
And you don't want to not write a hit song and disappoint, whoever. So, all this comes about in the first half of this documentary. And you're learning about just the method and mode that she and her brother used to write songs. She lives with her mother and dad, mom and dad, in a small house in
Very
California.
small, yeah.
Is it California where they live?
It's Los Angeles.
Los Angeles,
California.
And they just. She has a dog.
It feels very normal, doesn't it? It feels like
she wants to. She can't wait to get a driver's license. That type of thing. But then, while all that normal life is going on, which to me was tedious in the first half of the thing, there's this career that is taking off like a rocket.
Right. Yes. And that it did.
But she has a crush on Justin Bieber.
She does. So do I.
And then she has a boyfriend who seems to have problems of his own.
Right. Right. They discuss that in the documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what amazed me is that her lyrics to her song are just statements about things that happen in her life. And it's just like, but they rhyme and they flow
and they work
and they have impact. And that's why in the second half of the documentary, I did a 180-degree turn because her genius comes off. Yeah. That not only does she write the song, she knows exactly what the video should look like of the songs. She knows exactly that. This is an exaggeration, but when I say this, I need to turn this way, or I need to stoop down, or I need to stand up. Everything is amazingly choreographed in her brain.
It is, yes.
And I don't think that's, average.
No, I couldn't do it.
No.
For sure.
No, I mean, she's just, it's like, there's a composer who does movie scores, and his name is Hans Zimmer.
Okay.
There's no reason you should know him, but
I don't.
But he is a very, very celebrated composer. And I got a chance to interview him one time, and I don't remember which movie it was from, but he just does movie after movie of these scores, for this movie, that movie, whatever. And I said, how can you possibly come up with this music? And he said, I hear music in my head constantly. That just amazed me. And he said, it's not a matter of me saying, now I'm going to write a song. He said, I'm just pulling from all the music in my head that is constantly there. And he said, I was like 7 or 8 years old when I realized that not everybody hears music. And I think that's what Billie Eilish is in some sense. She just has a genius for her career.
She really does. She's very talented.
Yes. She won 5 Grammys.
She did. Yeah, and the Grammys are tonight too. And she's performing tonight, and I believe is up for a few awards tonight.
Has she had a second
album
EP or LP?
She has not. She has the EP and she has the album that they showed in the documentary. And that is it so far. I believe she's working on a new album. I've heard a little bit of talk about it on social media, which I'm very excited for it. I hope it comes out sooner rather than later. But that is all she has.
Would you ride around in your car singing Billie Eilish songs?
Absolutely. Like if you on my Spotify, Billie Eilish is all over that.
And she broke the record on Spotify.
She did. Yes, she did.
Look at me, sound like I know something.
You do know something.
But,
you know a lot.
I mean, I wonder, unless you're a Billie Eilish fan, this is a bad thing to say, unless you're a Billie Eilish fan, and really study her, would you enjoy this?
I feel like it's a question that comes up a lot in her career. She is so different. And the first time I heard her, I was a little bit taken aback. I didn't understand, the artistry behind it and, the great quality of writing that it is, because I was just so stuck on the music part of it. It just sounds so different than anything, we hear like on the pop radio or country or whatever.
She's got that, to me, and people may not agree with this, and that's fine, but she has that smoky quality to her voice.
She does.
And she's got a range that goes from here to
very
there.
Unique. A very unique voice. It's beautiful.
And she controls her voice. That's another thing. You don't ever worry that, she's not going to hit that note or she's not going to do that.
Always hits it.
She always is in control.
Yeah.
And one of the fascinating things, in the documentary is that, it shows, her going over and over to make sure she hits the right spot with that note or that sound. Should it be lower? Should it be quieter? Should it be louder? Because she said one time, she said, I feel like I'm belting this out, and I hate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I did watch it.
You did watch it. You paid really close attention, too.
Yeah, I got those details.
Yeah.
Listen, you and Sean made me feel like, oh.
You better watch it.
Loser.
You haven't seen it.
I'm fascinated by the fact that this documentary is directed by R.J. Cutler, who is a famed documentarian, documentary, whatever the word is.
Yeah.
We know what we're talking about.
We do.
This thing starts when she's 13 or 14 years old, a documentary, and goes up to when she's 18, I think.
Right.
How did he know to start filming her, or did they just take home movies and when he came and was interested, they said, oh, we got all these home movies that we can show you. Because
I believe that's what happened.
It is detailed.
It is detailed.
Yeah.
The quality of the videos are, for sure. If I had to guess, it would be just them filming.
But would you have your life, could you say, okay, documentary maker, here's all the film of my life.
Right. I would have nothing. I would have toddler videos of me just running around.
Of course, now we have all this.
We do. We have this now.
Now we're documented.
Right. Yeah. Now it's popular to vlog and, all that good stuff. But I would have nothing to give.
This was, what, 7, 8 years ago?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
So it wasn't as common then
to vlog everything. Yeah, for sure.
The documentary itself is rated R because there's a lot of profanity in it. And I scored it 6 out of 10. But what would you score it?
Oh, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Listen, I don't know how to score movies. I just know I like Billie Eilish.
10 out of 10.
10 out,
couldn't be any better.
11 out of 10. How about
11 out of 10. Do I hear a 12?
Anyway? No. I'll give it a 12.
One last question.
Okay.
But because this is fascinating. I really like doing this. But among your contemporaries, do you have friends who say, oh, I don't like her? Or does everybody in on the bandwagon?
Okay. My close friends really, really like her.
Are they really such good friends of you? They're going to tell you.
They're not going to tell me. No. Here's the thing. I think that people know that I'm such a big Billie Eilish fan that they would never try me on saying that she isn't a good performer or singer or whatever the case. I do know people who don't like her. My dad, for instance.
Oh, Todd doesn't like her.
Doesn't like her. But that's not his style. He appreciates...
And did you shame him into watching this?
I didn't, but I should. I should make him watch it. Yeah. He'll appreciate her more. But, no, I don't really know nobody around me has said I don't like Billie Eilish.
Except your dad.
Except my dad. Well, I'll make him like her.
Hey.
I have a question for you now, though. Are you now a Billie Eilish fan? That's the question of the hour.
I'm not going to run out and get her EP or LP. But I'll be listening in the James Bond movie for her. I like her voice. I like her voice. Well, anyway, this has been fun. This has been fun to do this because, again, I do appreciate the artistry. I do appreciate the second half of that movie. Yeah. And it's called Billie Eilish, The World's a Little Blurry.
The World's a Little Blurry, yes.
Yeah. So,
you can find it on Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Not Netflix.
Not Amazon Prime.
Apple TV.
We're here to steer you clear. But this is important. Let us know what you think.
Yes, please let us know. We want to know what you thought about the documentary and about Billie Eilish herself. We want to know if you're a fan of her, so let us know.
All right, this has been Jackie K. Cooper with
AG the Intern.
And this was a movie review of Billie Eilish, The World's a Little Blurry.